And many of you will graduate still not knowing the feeling of what you were assigned to do and what you did. But I want you to understand, every last one of you, I don't care if you gave someone a pen or you helped someone buy something, or you put a ladle into some soup and handed it. If you have no idea what this was about, there will come a time in your life when you will fully understand it. Because somewhere, because of this university, you gave something to someone. And for that, the receiver thanks you. And as you go on in life, all of you, whether you're graduating as doctorates and for the third time or whatever, we all understand that sooner or later you have to go to this world run by human beings, this world needing people to understand the humanitarianism. But within that is integrity. You, doctors, integrity over and above what the pharmaceuticals ask of you. It's not a stand up, quit drinking. I've asked you time. It is important. Thank God I'm used to those things. It is important that you understand in your life, before you have to learn it the hard way, as I did, and as I am still. And I will say to all of you graduating, this one joke, I didn't write it, but it's wonderful, and it is apropos for all of these people sitting around you. I will try to stay true to religion. Don't forget, this is a joke. And so it is wherever the gate is that will allow you to come in to heaven. As jokes are always written that way. And there's a spirit in charge of letting the souls in. And the souls come up here, and they come up. And you can't get up unless you're qualified. So up comes a female soul. And the spirit says, welcome, you're qualified. However, there have been some changes made. It's very crowded up here. So what God has done is, God is asking that you, and you are a genius, we've seen to this, the female spirit. You've written 50 books, and they're all fantastic. You have to write a question. And another soul came up. It was a male. It just come over, and as I was explaining to the genius female soul, you too, male soul, are a genius, and you did well. But what is crowded, and then two more came up together. And the spirit said, shut it off. I just want to talk to these people. These two, come in, please. Husband and wife, you were. What God wants you to do, since it's crowded, is take a piece of paper and a pencil, and you only need one piece of paper and a pencil. Give it to her. They're married 63 years, died together. Write a question. And in that question, if God cannot answer it, you get in. And so they started to write, and the Spirit collected the paper and went in. He came back out and said, "Is this the answer?" And the female soul said, "Oh, yes, it's the correct answer. And God has asked me a question. I'll need a lot of time." He said, "Okay, what about you?" To the male genius. He said, "Oh, yes, that's the end." He gave me a question also. He said, "All right, you two follow me." And they went in. And when he came back, the two souls were there, and they said, "Those people, they went in." He said, "Oh, yes." He said, "But were they geniuses of something?" He said, "No, just married 63 years. He said, "Well, what is it, affirmative action for people married longer than 60 years? He said, No. They actually asked God a question. God had no idea the answer. So would you tell us, are you allowed to tell us what the question was? He said, "Oh, yeah, they asked God when their children were going to get their act together." In my mother's will, and my mother lived a long time enjoying the money I made. She went around the world on the QE2 at least 7 times with different people she chose to take with her. She had nights and mornings and things. She went with us when I was doing I Spy. She went to Spain, she went to Italy, she went to Greece, she was all over and traveled first cabin. Her son, her firstborn, William, did this for her. And he's in show business, and he loves his mother. And when my mother died, we sat there at the reading of the will. My mother, after I'd won Emmy Awards and all kinds of things, in the will said, "I leave to my son William $48,000 so that he will have something to fall back on." I prayed in that lawyer's office, not to God, not to Jesus, but to my mother. I said, "Mom, this is going to be a long fall." But for all of you graduating, understand that you are a dream come true for these people. These people. And now you're going to have to satisfy them. Oh yes, some of you will come back home because you should. Because you're not ready to work for somebody. So thank God your parents will take you out of businesses that don't need people who don't know what they're doing. I want to thank all of the parents who have their own business and will hire their child. Those of you who made a mistake, understand that life is not over. Whatever your discipline is, whatever you've chosen to become, even if it is just to satisfy your benefactors, it is not over. You may continue on into something you feel comfortable doing other than hanging around the house important for you to understand that the Jesuits, they teach. They teach respect. They teach integrity. So that no matter what little you have, you always realize there's something that you can give to someone. It's very important to look at someone that you're helping, to see that they couldn't have done it for themselves, and then you will receive. It is absolutely fantastic, because this is what life is about. Your honesty, your integrity. In closing, and I say that to just make you comfortable. Kiss your mother. Kiss her and hug her, and kiss your father. Make him hug you. Because while you were here at college, you made friends within 3-4 weeks. And somehow it always came down to what? Please, Mom, my friends are looking. You never really got it. I want you to get it today. Get all of it. That Grandma, Aunt Belle, whoever it is, whoever is there, gave to you. And they got dressed up for you. Some of you have people in walkers and wheelchairs who will die 2 days from now. They just hung around to see this miracle. Thank you all. Take care.